agree with you on that point, exactly. I agree with you. I'm just saying from a public perspective.
Yeah, sure.
I think there's a number of people who feel
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
pretty good about doing it that way, you know? But I still think we should meet like this, exactly, because you can't really get
Right.
passion.
You need to read
across.
people's faces and.
Yeah.
Well, good evening. I'd like to call our meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Supervisor Fountain?
Here.
Treasurer Horning?
Here.
Clerk Chopue? Here. Trustee Collier?
Here.
Trustee Germain?
Here.
Trustee Harper?
Here.
Trustee Petrucci? Here.
Thank you. Item number 4 is approval of our agenda this evening.
So moved.
Support?
Motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Trustee Harper. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Okay, next is call to the public. There is no one here for call to the public this evening. I'll move on to item number 6, which is approval of our consent agenda.
I'll move.
Support?
Motion by Trustee Petrucci, second by Trustee Germain. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. We have 2 pending and new business this evening. 7A is a resolution to waive utility bill payment penalties. Kathy, would you like to just explain to what this entails, please?
Yeah, what we're trying to accomplish here is that people who can't pay for any reason, give them up through our next billing cycle of August 1st to pay without any late charges. Normally, they would get them at the end of this, the 1st of May. They would have they went out in April, right? We've been behind doors so long, they would have already been due. We extended that to the end of May, and now we're saying move it till to August 3rd. But I do have a question on how it was written. Under therefore, it says utility billing policies waive payment penalties for utility bills till August 3rd. I wanted to clarify, does that include NSF fees or stop payments? Because we do get charged by our bank for those. Or is it just waiving the interest and penalty on the bill?
I'd have to look at how the fee schedule names those things, whether they call them penalties or not.
I think what she said, the latter is what that really pertains to, because
Yeah.
if someone paid something and then didn't have money in their account.
We get charged by our bank on that.
You get charged by the bank, and we can't underwrite that cost.
Yeah, if you either want to change a word or adopt
I'm
it
just
with the
saying-
understanding that it doesn't apply to that.
Yeah, could we just say not including NSF or stop payment fees? Okay. So,
Any comments on the change to the? And did we have a motion and a support on that?
not yet.
I don't believe so.
I wanted to discuss
Okay.
it before we did. Move to approve the resolution authorizing a temporary modification of the township's utility billing policies.
Support?
Motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Trustee Kalani. Is there any other discussion? Being none, I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee Harper?
Yes.
Trustee Germain?
Yes.
Trustee Petrucci?
Yes.
Supervisor Fountain?
Yes.
Clerk Chopue, yes. Trustee Collier?
Yes.
Treasurer Horning?
Yes.
Thank you. And the next resolution we have this evening is an appreciation for distinguished service by Manager Whitman. Manager Whitman, this will be your last, well, maybe not last, but last official meeting that we have. And on behalf of our entire board and community, wish you and your family the best up in Saginaw. And thank you for everything you have done for our community. And with that, I would like to have Trustee Harper put into the record the resolution.
A resolution of appreciation for distinguished service by James Whitman. Whereas James Whitman began his tenure as Heartland Township's manager in April 2007, and whereas Manager Whitman has served faithfully through the years, providing sound guidance to the board during periods of uncertainty, and whereas that leadership was that leadership was instrumental in outcomes such as forming the township's Safer Roads Plan, increasing the amount of quality parklands, and moving the township through the economic uncertainty to a sound budget and improved bond rating. And whereas Manager Whitman emphasized increased performance management by promoting an outstanding organizational culture of accountability, dignity, and respect. And whereas Manager Whitman has held his professional and ethical standards to the highest regard, helping to preserve the standards of his profession through the involvement with international, regional, and local managerial groups. And whereas Manager Whitman's leadership through the years has been valued, appreciated, and will be truly missed. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Heartland Township Board of Trustees extends its deep gratitude to Manager Whitman for his years of service to the community, wishing him all the best in his future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if we could get close together, we would have taken a picture, but
Have to cut and paste. Any other comments from the board for a call for the
Well, I'll move that resolution.
I'll support that.
a motion by trustee Harper, second by trustee Kalani. Any other discussion? Have the clerk please call the roll.
lost my little sheet. Trustee Collier,
Yes.
trustee Petrucci,
Yes.
treasurer Horning,
Yes.
clerk Chofiu, yes. Trustee Germain,
Yes.
trustee Harper,
Yes.
Supervisor Fountain.
Yes. And again, James, best to you and your family, and thanks for everything you've done for our community.
Thank you.
We're going to go into a brief recess, and then we'll work on some, I got to do board reports first, I'm sorry. Trustee Germain.
Just a quick update from the remediation system going at the former Heartland 36 gas processing plant. The consultant has submitted the fourth quarter report for 2019. They're about a couple months behind because of the virus, but nonetheless, the report came out, and the entire site is cleaned up with the exception of one monitoring well at this point. And so they are adjusting their treatment system to target that one area, and we should be getting the first quarter report soon, so we'll see how that's progressing. But it's been a little over 2 years so far, and they've made good progress, so just wanted to report that.
Thank you, that's great news. Trustee Harper?
No report.
Trustee Petrucci?
No report.
Clerk Schofu?
I just want to make mention that the Yankee Air Museum will still be doing their Memorial Day flyover. It will be on Memorial Day. It should hit the area around 10 o'clock or 10:15. Just, even though the parade has been canceled, they are trying to organize a very, very small event at the cemetery for the veterans with a couple of veterans and maybe a bugler and that kind of thing. But
Thank you. Treasurer Horning?
I just want everybody to know I was kind of working with our bank right now we're getting in a lot of checks that people are doing from their computer, from their bank, and they're physically sending us a check. Well, each one of those checks has a 16-digit code that we have to enter when they come. So we're looking into possibly getting a lockbox where they would just send those electronically to a box, and we would get a report every day to put in. So we got the pro forma from the bank today, and we'll see how much, if it's going to be a lot of money, probably not. But if it's not, it would be a good thing to have. And at least on those people, we made a copy of all those checks in the last tax cycle and UB cycle, so we can see how many we have. We have all their names and addresses, so at least we're thinking of doing a mail out of our ACH program and hopefully getting some more on board that way if this ends up being too much.
Thank you. And I don't have anything this evening. Our work session this evening is 2 items. One is the manager transition and what that's going to look like. And we'll have some discussion on that. And the second one will be some items that are in our ordinance that we're looking at during this pandemic and seeing if there's opportunities for us as a community to be proactive. So with that, we'll take a brief recess, and we'll move into our work session.
Staying here?
Let's just stay here tonight. Is that okay with everybody?
Yep.
I know Joe's not going to be upset about that. Okay, James had sent out something about the manager's transition to everybody.